characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay. Give people what they want! Give them what they want! Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So,
hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doopa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XP karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I hate everything.
no! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I have ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
Give people what they want!
Give them what they want! Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So,
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doopa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XP karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I hate everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want!
Give them what they want! Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We're going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doopa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I hate everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
there you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here!
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me supercalifragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I wrote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We're going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So,
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right. Now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I hate everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin! Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We're going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So,
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right. Now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I hate everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We're going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
there you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want.
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right. Now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me supercalifragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I fruits everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
there you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want.
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right. Now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke notion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin! Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
The first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have 9 shoes. 9 shoes. 9 shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke notion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin! Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke notion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
there you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
Give people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have 9 shoes. 9 shoes. 9 shoes. No shoes.
Right. Now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super color. Fragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So, Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want.
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So, audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
Give people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have 9 shoes. 9 shoes. 9 shoes. No shoes.
Right. Now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super color. Fragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
the crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I fruits everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have 9 shoes. 9 shoes. 9 shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XP karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I fruits everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke notion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I hate everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We're going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So,
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin.
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So, Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want.
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So, audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We're going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So,
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I quote everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
There you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want!
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me supercalifragilistic XD karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I fruit everything.
No! But George is my friend! You don't have any friends! Ah!
there you go.
I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin!
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want.
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want.
Give them what they want! Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash.
Styles Clash?
Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament. So
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Have a nine shoes. Nine shoes. Nine shoes. No shoes.
Right, now we just have to go back to the future.
That's why I tell everyone to eat my shorts.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll go out with me.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins. Give me super califragilistic XP karaoke dotion.
The crystal of life, which will make us all be able to turn into little tiny mechanical butterflies.
My God, is that possible that we always have to listen to him?
I wrote everything.
No, but George is my friend. You don't have any friends. Ah!
There you go. I did a little picture of us all earlier. I was doodling a little bit.
Like a virgin.
Oh, I love the U-bend. I like to get my hands inside the pipe.
I've ways to tickle you to death.
Continue this as Cockney Gerbils.
Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone. Hello.
He's going for it. But that basically should be the whole show, shouldn't it? Because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs, and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So Chris, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want.
Okay.
But the first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay.
The people what they want.
Give them what they want! Okay.
I'm on it.
Not a problem, I can introduce the show. Hello everybody and welcome to the Extreme Improv XStreamed show here on this fine Thursday evening. Welcome to one and all. Tonight on the show, we of course have me, Sam. Hello everybody. We also have Beth. Say hello, Beth.
Hi.
Beth has already been dissing me in the pre-show bit of the element of the show.
No.
She described herself as the sassy southern woman. So there we go. We've got a little taste of
You
what
should
the
be able
show's
to
gonna
hear
be
me
like.
now. You should be able to hear me. Okay, so thank you very much there, Sam. You were doing a sterling job. But you were calling people the wrong...
See you later, everyone.
No, Sam, you were calling people the wrong names. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. Wait, we've got another performer joining us. So as one leaves, another should be joining. Hello there, James, Jimmy. Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing? We're going to wait for you to connect, but this is the Extreme Improv XStreamed show. So, James, hello. How are you doing?
He's still connecting.
Yeah, okay. So, whilst James is connecting, I will say that we don't have anyone on the show called Beth. We have Georgia on the show.
Hello.
Also on the show, we have Dave Georgino.
Hi.
Also on it, we have George O'Lear. Where's that name from?
It's actually O is Irish for grandson, and Lear comes from the
We
River
all know
Lasker
what you
area in
leer
England.
at. Don't worry. Okay, so James, just to clue you up, you probably should change your name to something with George in. We'll explain later. But other than that, we are live right now. So you know, don't get naked yet. Okay. Other than that, I'll explain to you in a moment. But Danny George, say hello to the people out there.
Hello, I'm Danny.
Okay. We also have Ruth Georgie.
Hello.
And Jimmy George, hello. Hi. So, I'm just going to explain this. So, Jimmy is joining us for the first time tonight, and we're live right now, so I just need to give him a little bit of instruction so he knows what's going on. It's all short-form improv. We're going to make up stuff based on audience suggestions. They'll hopefully be putting some suggestions into the live chat. Audience, put some comments so I know that we're actually getting it. I'm not seeing anything come through from Facebook, so if someone can check that for us, then I would appreciate it. Other than that, yeah, just follow the instructions as we go along. It will all make sense soon. So, audience, you will see in the suggestion box that I've put that we need suggestions of something that scares you. Something that scares you. So, Erica says hello. So, we know that YouTube is working. Andrew Whittington on Facebook says heights. So, thank you. We are checking all of the different platforms there. So, that is great. So, we need suggestions of fears, but we're going to have a randomised first game because yesterday we introduced a spinning wheel. So here comes the spin wheel. We're going to find out what our first game is.
We introduced the spinning wheel, and all the audience immediately fell asleep.
Okay, we're going to start with a reverse alphabet scene. We're starting with... That's how we started yesterday. Maybe this always goes the same. Right, let's spin it again, just so I can play with this toy. So, we're going to choose a game. And the game is going to be... It didn't work. Okay, so a reverse alphabet game it is. So, starting us off on this are going to be Ruth and Dave. Ruth and Dave. You're going to do a scene about heights. A scene about heights. So, Danny, Jimmy, Georgie, I don't know who that refers to. If you can just take out your camera for a moment. Erica says David's accent scares me. I see this is going to follow me around. Okay, so Ruth and Dave, you're going to do a scene about being scared of heights. Audience, I'm going to put another suggestion that we need in the suggestion box. And you're going to see that we need the suggestion of a place of work. So the next thing we will need a suggestion of is a place of work. But for now, a scene about being scared of heights. Ruth and Dave, you are going to do the scene starting at the letter H, and you're going to go back until you get back to the letter H. Here you go.
How did I get up here? I don't like this.
Good God, it's a long way down.
400 million kilometres, I would guess.
Every one of them is a long way.
Do you mind not exaggerating that much? It's putting me in a real quandary here.
Can't you see how scared I am?
Beth, I am scared too, you know.
At the moment, I think all I can think about is my terrifying fear of heights.
Zippity-doo-dah. Well done, you. I mean, we've got to get through this together somehow.
You can't be serious. We can't get through this. It's a long way down.
Xenophobics down there. We could land on them.
Well, that is an interesting proposition.
Very unlikely we'll be able to pinpoint our drop zone, though.
I don't know what to say.
Too tall, I've always thought I was, and you know, my extra 6 feet on top of this 400 million kilometres is not really helping me very much. But I think we need to think of a solution.
So you using this as a reason, as an excuse for making me feel short? But all right.
Practical, I know, but it's a method. It was suggested to me by your father.
Quentin suggested it to you. My dad, Quentin.
Perhaps we got talking about certain issues you've been having.
Oh my God! You've been talking to my dad behind my back.
Nigel was very adamant he needed to talk and wanted to come to a solution to help you with your issues about people being taller than you and you not being as tall.
Maybe I've got something wrong here, but my dad's called Quentin and you're talking about Nigel. Who's he?
Likely I've been hoodwinked. Does your dad have a twin brother?
Kind of.
Jokes, only jokes. I'm just kidding with you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Good.
We're still a long
Hold my
way
hand.
off.
Here we go.
And there we go. Well done, guys. Excellent stuff. So,
that one, didn't we?
we are going to move rapidly on to our next scene. But, audience, you've given so many good suggestions, not only of places of work, but also of fears, that we're going to use another one before we change up the suggestion box, because we are going to play a game known as Single Syllable Showdown. This will be a game for everyone, and the way it works, especially if you are a new performer today, is there will be 2 performers in the scene at any one time. Everything you say has to be single syllable words. So, for example, you can say hi, but you cannot say hello. You could say Dave, but you cannot say David. Or, to be more accurate for tonight, you could say George, but you could not say Georgie. Okay, so let's find out what this is about. Max says, Max is back! Hi guys, I like an audience member who announces themselves. But well done, Max, I appreciate that.
Gave himself a better introduction than we gave ourselves.
Exactly. What else do we have? So we've got heights we already had. Under the bed. This will be a scene about something from under the bed. Starting us off in this scene will be George O'Lear and Danny O'George. Right, so Danny and Alan will be starting us off on this. Everyone else, if you can pull your camera out, and then I will call people in. So just again for our performers, they're only allowed to say single syllable words. You're not allowed to have extended pauses. We count that as hesitation. And you're not allowed to have what we call a circular conversation, which is where you use a very limited vocabulary and it doesn't go anywhere. So something under the bed, and here you go.
What the hell is that, and from whence did it come?
I'm not sure, but did you see how it looks?
It looks like a slug with a face. A face made of ham.
Well, that is not nice. But I have to say, that was a spot-on show that you've just gave.
Thanks. I thought I might do a quick sketch of it.
That sounds good. I would like to see it one day.
One day, my friend, you shall.
Ow! I think it bit my big toe.
Did you step on it?
Quite sure I did.
Kill it! Kill it with your huge feet and shoes!
They're in the other...
Oh, Danny, you are eliminated. Let's have Beth join the scene. So, here you come. Georgia, rather.
Hi, Beth or George.
Hi, George O. Lear.
So, the thing from the bed, did you see it?
I ate it.
You ate it? That is grim.
It was good.
What did it taste of?
Pig.
Pig.
And shrimp.
Wow. That does sound good. Did you save me some?
No,
Why?
it was mine. I
was your-
caught it.
It was your pet.
I cooked it.
Oh. How did you cook it?
In a pan.
In its own slime?
In some oil.
Olive oil.
Oh, Olive.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
okay. George
Cool.
O'Lear, you are out. Let us have Dave, George Green. Oh, I don't remember who you are. Right, go for it.
This thing. Please go on.
Did you eat the slug?
I tried to.
And then
It stuck to my teeth.
pry it loose.
But what with?
Try a knife?
A knife could be bad should it slip.
Don't get cut. Pry it loose.
I'll try not to get cut. That would be best.
I will watch.
Ah!
Good job!
My jaw hurts now.
I can't fix that.
Well, why did you make me do it?
For fun? For kicks?
Oh, I see. I am just your plaything, am I?
My sweet clown.
But I don't have the clown paint.
You have it on your heart. Check!
I'm not sure what is on my chest is what you think it is.
You should check. Look at your heart.
Are you a nurse? Well, are you a nurse?
No.
Then what do you know?
I know how to cook slug. I know
Did
how
you use a cookbook?
No. I could write a cookbook.
You could. That would be most great.
What should I call it?
Slugs and more stuff to eat.
Sorry to interrupt, Dave. I'm going to eliminate you because cookbook is one word. I've just checked.
Oh,
I'm ever so sorry.
That's why I went.
Yeah, okay. I will join. Hey.
Hey.
I came to kill it.
It's dead.
What?
I ate it.
Then you must die.
No way.
Soz, once it's in you, it will grow and grow, then it will lay eggs.
I can cook eggs.
Scrambled? Okay, right, Samuel join.
That man is dead.
More bad things down there. Save me.
From what?
From the things down there. I can't sleep when they're down there.
Oh, they're not real.
Yes, they are. They're big and bold, and they want to eat me.
You should eat them. I have a knife.
But I'm scared.
I'll help you.
Go for it. I will hide at your back.
I will kill it.
No, please. That noise. It goes right through me.
Calm down. It's dead.
Calm down.
It's dead. Look.
There's so much to be scared of in this place. How can you not be scared?
Go home.
I am at home. Where do you think my bed is, you fool?
That's my bed.
Why would I sleep in your bed?
I don't know. I don't want
Your
to.
bed will be here. This is my bed. I am here. You are there. Your bed is there. My bed is here.
Sam, I'm going to eliminate you for circular conversation on that paragraph you just spoke. Jimmy, join in.
Such an emotional monologue.
I know. Jimmy.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. You said sorry. No, I'm not going to be that cruel. It's his first time. Keep going.
A slug, you begin with a pan and some
begin.
oil.
Begin.
Yeah.
Begin.
Oh, damn.
So, Jimmy, I think you won that. Everyone else has had a go. Well done, Jimmy. Amazing play there. Amazing play.
I said nothing.
Okay, but Jimmy, you can actually start us on the next game. You can begin the next one. Ruth, were you in that?
No.
Okay, sorry, everyone get out. Ruth, you've got to tell me. I
get
always
out of
forget
it.
you. Right, Jimmy, you haven't won that yet. Ruth, you're in.
Right. Let's see what the bed has.
Don't think there's anything under there.
Okay, so unfortunately anything. Right, but Ruth, you win. Well done. Jimmy, you can still begin the next game. Ruth, you win. Well done. Okay, so we are going to go on to our next game. And our next game is going to be an extreme monologue. An extreme monologue. Okay, so we will have an extreme monologue, and then we're going to use some of the suggestions we've had and some of the ones we had earlier afterwards. So, just to explain to our performers how an extreme... Danny, for a moment you were like in witness protection. Right, okay. So, an extreme monologue. You are going to attempt to perform a monologue and keep it going for as long as you can. However, you are not allowed to repeat any words whatsoever. You are also not allowed to hesitate, which we define as an extended pause, or saying non-words such as or If you break either of these two rules, then any of the other performers can call you out by calling out freeze. If it's a correct challenge, then your monologue comes to an end. Whoever is able to keep their monologue going the longest will win. So I'm actually kind of throwing you in the deep end here, Jimmy. But we'll get you out of the deep end later. But I said you could go first, and I'm going to stick to it. So I've put you on spotlight view. Let's find out who you are. So I asked the audience for a character from fiction or a person from history, plus their secrets. Audience, continue to give some more of these. And let's say that, Jimmy, you are the Grim Reaper, and you are scared of dead people. You are the Grim Reaper, and it turns out you are scared of dead people. You're not allowed to repeat any words, and you are not allowed to hesitate. Here you go.
I've been doing this job a very, very long time.
Oh!
And it just ruined. Oh my god! How?
That's 5 seconds. Do you know what, Jimmy? I've been so cruel putting you in the deep end there. I'm going to let you see everyone else, and I'm going to give you a second chance at the end of this.
Oh,
right.
my word.
But
Sorry.
5 seconds is the time to beat. 5 seconds is the time
Brown
to
flakes,
beat.
they're messing with his brain.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Right, so, okay,
So
next
that's
up,
sponsorship deal.
let's come to Ruth. Let's find a character for you, Ruth. You are going to be Darth Vader. You are secretly an animal lover. You are Darth Vader, and you are secretly an animal lover. And here you go.
I have such a problem with being an evil person, whatever I am. I think that
14 seconds. Ruth, that was 14 seconds. Well done.
To
Next
be
up.
fair, that is the longest I've ever heard Darth Vader hold his breath, so well done.
Next up, we're going to come to Dave George Eno. So, here we go. We're going to find a character for you. You are Jesus Christ, and you were drunk during the Last Supper. Jesus Christ was drunk during the Last Supper, and here you go.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and the rest of you. There's not much more to say. Judas, up yours. Can't believe anyone would...
Freeze at 23 seconds. What's the challenge?
Repetition.
Of?
Second coming.
Okay, so Alan, you've done it again. Right, so Dave, yours will continue. We'll see how long. So everything that Dave has said up to this point carries over, but continue.
Joseph, Mary, or Mum and Dad, you've had no...
Yeah, 8 seconds. Repetition of what was that, Sam?
And.
Oh,
Matthew,
repetition
Mark,
of
Luke, and John.
No, I said Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and Luke, John, and the rest of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Try to justify it. Damn it.
Okay.
Also, Joseph and Mary weren't at the Last Supper, so deviation from mythology.
Deviation is not a rule of this game, Alan. Right. So.
Also, deviation from mythology.
So next we come to Danny O'George. Danny O'George. Where's Annette tonight? Where's the parents?
I don't know. They just popped out to the shops and.
I never came back.
Never came back.
I know. I think they went to their favourite child.
Annette and Kevin, you've let your son Danny down. Right. Okay, but Danny, you
Adeline
go
McGann
next.
all over again.
Let's find a character.
In the news.
You are going to be. Who are you? You're the Terminator writing a romance novel. You're the Terminator writing a romance novel, and here you go.
I'll be back, she said, getting on the boat for last time. Then, after 14 years separated from loved one. Was that an interruption?
It was not. Keep going.
Okay. What did I say? Loved one.
Repetition of loved one.
Oh, okay, I'm going to allow that time. But
catching myself up.
Alan's got a new way of playing this game.
Alan has got a new way of playing this game.
Am I out or do I?
You are out there, but
Okay, no
that was 34 seconds, which actually means you were in the lead. So, okay, next up we're going to come to Beth, Georgia. So,
Yes,
let's find a character. You are going to be Scooby-Doo. Your guilty pleasure is chappy dog food. You're a Scooby-Doo. Your guilty pleasure... Wait. They've muddled up the things. But it works, so it was your secret. But the next thing we need is a guilty pleasure. But it doesn't matter. So you're Scooby-Doo, and you have a guilty pleasure, which is chappy dog food. And here you go.
Chappy dog food is the best. I would eat it all the time.
Repetition of the.
Oh, repetition of the at 14 seconds. 14 seconds. Next, we're going to come to Alan. So, Alan, let's find a character for you. Okay, you are... It says Homer, guilty pleasure being on Mastermind. So you can interpret which Homer this is. And here you go.
As the Olympian sun sets over the wine-dark sea.
Repetition of the.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 seconds in. Okay, so that's 8 seconds. 8 seconds.
It's so well last night as well.
Right, Sam. Let's find a character for you.
Good.
After that moment of smack talk, let's see if you can follow it up. Right.
It's going to backfire on me.
It may do, it may do. You are Henry VIII. You are worried about people finding out he's in love with the footman. Right, the footman, I don't know. Right, and here you go.
Well, everyone knows about my marriages. The Catherines, Anne, of course. But people are not aware of what I really love. The footman!
Oh, sorry, repetition of the.
Yeah,
the
repetition of
Catherines.
that at 22 seconds.
I'll take it.
Okay. Is it just, Jimmy, you will get another go, but I will go next. Let's find a character for me. Chappy, Terminator. Henry Cavill is worried about flying. So I'm Henry Cavill, and I am worried about flying. And here I go. Gosh, I will be Superman in the film. However, this movie better not show Clark Kent up in the air. Faster. Sorry?
There's another repetition of the, I think.
Oh no, it's 17 seconds. Right.
Yeah.
17 seconds, which means, Danny, you are currently in the lead. But, Jimmy, you will have one final chance here. Let's see if there's another character for you. And, audience, in fact, we're going to need some more suggestions from you, audience. But I will just find one more for you here. So, who are you that was suggested earlier? So, you are David Bowie. You are David Bowie. And you are David Bowie in an amusement arcade. You are David Bowie in an amusement arcade. And here you go.
I just love the star and the Space Invaders.
Oh, repetition of the at 10 seconds.
Everybody, well, 10 seconds.
Don't worry, Jimmy. I'll tell you something.
Better than 5 seconds.
I always appreciate when we get new people, especially when they dive straight in. And so literally you joined in as just as we were going live, so you haven't had a chance to get this like into the way of thinking. But as whenever I teach or direct improv, I always say that when you do it one time, you wake up the next day and you're suddenly better at it. It's like an osmosis thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, we're going to move on to our next game. We're going to spin a wheel and find out what it is. So, let's have a look. We're going to spin the wheel, and it is spinning. And what do we have next? We're going to have another alphabet scene, but this time it is going to be a NATO phonetic alphabet scene. We are going to do a NATO phonetic alphabet scene. So in this, I think, Sam, have you done one of these in a while? Have you done this?
I've done it before. I know how to do it.
No, okay. Yeah, I mean, you didn't do the alphabet scene earlier, did you?
No.
Excellent. So you and I will do this because I trust that we'll be able to get through this. Let's find out what it's about. Earlier we had suggestions of guilty pleasures. I'm just going to update what we need the suggestions of here. So in a moment after this, we're going to have a game of Styles Clash. So check the suggestion box because we're going to need lots of suggestions of film and theatre genres, emotions, accents, time periods and animals. But for now, Sam and I are going to do a NATO phonetic alphabet scene, and it's going to be about a guilty pleasure. What guilty pleasure is it going to be? About, or a fear in fact, let's have a look. It's going to be about fear of dustbins. A fear of dustbins. So Jimmy and Georgia, Beth, if you kill your camera view for a moment, we're going to do a NATO phonetic alphabet scene. So audience, if you're not familiar with this game, the way it will work is we will follow the NATO phonetic alphabet where we'll have to use the names of the letters, so the actual words, to create this scene, to begin each sentence. So this is a scene, what did I say? Fear of dustbins.
That's the one.
Okay, and here we go.
Ow, for God's sake, will you put your rubbish in the bin?
Bravo, you can do it for me. You can do it. Go ahead. You're very good at this. Oh.
Charlie would have words with you for not cleaning up after yourself round here.
Dealt a lot of trouble has Charlie, causing me problems where I have to go to the bin.
Oh, Echo! Woe is me, is all I ever hear from you.
Fox trots out here at night and gets into the rubbish, and then it puts all of the litter everywhere.
Go fuck yourself, will ya?
Hotel. If we stay in a hotel, then they'll have a maid service who will come in and be like, housekeeping, and she'll take away the bin.
Indigo? Do you think we should go to Digo first, to go to this hotel?
Juliet is the name of the housekeeper who knows that it's India. She comes from India, not indigo.
Shit. Keel over! Did you not hear about her keeling over on the job?
Lemurs. The lemurs at the hotel, they got to her. I saw what happened.
My God! Not the lemurs!
November, it was in November last November, and they escaped their cages, and that's why I'm really scared of the rubbish bins.
Oscar, let's get in a car and let's go get them!
Papa, if you're up there, looking down on me, then please show mercy on my soul.
Quebec, do you not remember when your papa went to Quebec?
Romeo, Romeo, my kingdom for a horse. I've never been good at speeches.
See error of your ways. Do you see the error of your ways?
Tango, I just need some sugar to help me calm my nerves.
Uniform, you must have a uniform selection of tangos for me to have as well.
Victory shall be ours when we're in uniform.
Whiskey! I like to have whiskey with my tango.
X-ray, I think I swallowed the cap of my drink.
Well, Yankee Doodle! Let's go get an X-ray then, shall we?
Sue you, Lou! I will sue you when I've swallowed this drink. And scene. Well done, us. So, we are going to move on to our next game. And audience, I said that our next game would be what is known as a Styles Clash.
Styles Clash!
Styles Clash, indeed. And the way this works is we will have performers in the scene doing the Styles Clash, and every so often I will call freeze and interrupt the scene, and then the performers will have to continue the scene in that particular style. So in this scene, I would like there to be Jimmy, I would like there to be Ruth, and I would like there to be Georgia. So Beth, let's have you guys in it. Let's find out what it's about. So I've got lots of suggestions for different... Whoa, loads of suggestions. It's very cool.
Whoa.
Let's find out from earlier what this scene is going to be about. So let's say from where we asked for a suggestion of a place of work, it will be. Okay, so Barry Crowhurst earlier gave a very elaborate suggestion, so I just need to puzzle this out for a moment. Hang on, I'm just going to come onto the view so people can know who's speaking, so they know it's not frozen. So Barry Crowhurst suggested place of work, blind Scottish priest, drug dealer. That is the best place of work. It's the best place I ever worked anyway. But, so, the place of work, this will be a scene about a blind Scottish priest who is a drug dealer. A blind Scottish priest who is a drug dealer is the theme of this scene. Every so often I will freeze you and give you a new style to continue in. And here you go.
I need to get a hit. Where is he? Where's the one with the, all the stuff?
What, you mean the blind Scottish priest?
Yes, but don't shout about it.
You don't want to go there.
Why not?
Well, I heard the police had been round there last night.
Did they get him?
Not sure.
Well, I mean, he's very wily.
Yeah, I've seen him kick a few people.
You know, I was once a mule for him.
Oh, my word.
Really?
Yes.
Did he pay you well?
He's kind of cheap. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel like I was well compensated for where I had to carry the drugs.
Don't tell me. Was it,
Freeze!
Yes.
I
All
would
the way
like
up.
you freeze. I would like you to continue this scene in the style of a psychological thriller. A psychological thriller. Continue.
That's so damaging. Don't you think?
I feel the darkness every day.
Yeah, well, the last time I was round there, I went down to the basement and there were people tied up, and it looked to me like they were being fed drugs. And
Through tubes, was it?
how did you know?
I've seen it. I've seen him do it.
Why are you here to get drugs from him if you've seen this?
Because I'm an addict and I have to have my fix. And even if he puts the tube back down my throat, I still need to get it.
Freeze! I would like you to continue this as if it is amateur dramatics. Continue this as if it is amateur dramatics. Go.
It's terrible, I know, but we have to get drugs when we can. So for me,
I need them. I need the drugs.
You do.
You don't need them.
I can't
You
not
don't
go.
need them. You can
Yes,
give
I
them up.
do. My heart, it longs for them.
Not as much as my heart longs for you.
Oh, I've waited so long for you to say that to me.
The beauty of your love encourages me to carry more drugs to you.
Please do. Please do.
Your words are so beautiful. And I'm glad. I'm glad that we're here together with our drugs.
Freeze! I would like you to continue this with a Spanish accent. A Spanish accent. Go.
So, he's not. You say in English is a drug mule.
Is a drug mule. We are going to take it. We are going to put it up there, and then I'm going to.
Oh, we're always going around.
Yes.
It's very complicated. We do not need to talk about it. Very complicated.
Well,
Round the bend.
What was that? He
Well,
said something.
Around the bend, you know?
Oh, around to the bend.
Around the
Well,
Freeze! I think we're almost there already, but I would like you guys to continue this with acute embarrassment. Acute embarrassment.
And you just and it just
no.
I'm sorry. I just, I thought if I was carrying the drugs for you that you guys might want to know the details, but I mean, obviously you don't.
No. Oh, not if it was up there, no. Definitely not. Oh, dear.
I'm sorry.
But the thing is, if he is blind, maybe he didn't know where he was putting the drugs.
Freeze! And one more to end. Continue this scene as if you were on a Japanese game show. Continue.
He knew where he's putting them.
Okay, and we'll stop there because I realise this probably can go nowhere but inappropriate. So, well done! Well done there, well done. Okay, so, right, we are going to move on. We are going to play our next game, which will be a round of verbatim. So it's going to be a round of verbatim. And for this, we're going to need suggestions, audience, of a famous movie. We're going to need suggestions of a famous movie. So we will be able to use these for a couple of things. But we may be able to, because we'll do at least 2 rounds for this. But we will need famous movies for what's coming up next, as it will say in the suggestion box down below as you're watching us on the screen, wherever you are watching us. So, starting us off on this is going to be Alan. Alan, Barry Crowhurst says, well done. So, thank you, Barry.
Thanks, Barry.
Yeah. That wasn't specifically to you, Alan, but it did sound like that the way I said it. Oh, wow, we've got loads, just as I'm saying this, we've got loads of suggestions of movies coming in. Jay has suggested GoldenEye. I quite like that. So this is going to be a 30-second dramatic monologue by Alan as if he is a character in the movie GoldenEye. So I'm going to spotlight your camera there, Alan, and you will have 30 seconds, and here you go.
Well, basically, to cut a long story short, it was all a plot by a man called Auric Goldfinger to attempt to steal all the gold in Fort Knox. So what I did was I went there and strapped myself to a table with the help of a lady called Pussy Galore. And the man called Goldfinger attempted to shove a laser up my knackers, but fortunately, I talked my way out of it. Then I got him onto a plane. It was Ryanair. The windows all fell out midway through the journey, and he was shocked out to his doom. While I was
and that is 30
seconds.
Fantastic. Thank you very much there, Alan. So, moving this on. Next up, we are going to come to Dave. Dave, you will now have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate Alan's original monologue as precisely as you can. And here you go.
Well, basically, it started with a man called Auric Goldfinger, and he was a very bad man, and I had to do something about him. So, he was strapped me to a table and had a laser down and almost cream-cracked my knackers. And then I managed to get out of it by sweet-talking my way out of it like I always do. Then I managed to get him onto a plane, and because it was Ryanair, all the windows broke, and he was shucked out into the air through the plane, whilst I was shucked off.
And that is 30 seconds. Okay, well done there, Dave. So, next up, Jimmy. Jimmy, you will now have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate Dave's recreation of Alan's original monologue. So, for clarity, you are not recreating Alan, you are just recreating the performance as given by Dave. And here you go.
There was a man called Dave Goldfinger, and he I don't know, I can't remember.
You've got 20 seconds left.
And he ran a facility somewhere, and I went there and got my knackers burnt off, and then I flew out of a plane for some reason. I hope that's 20 seconds.
And that is 30 seconds gone. Well done. Well done. So,
Two wins.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Okay, so we're going to take this full circle in this game of verbatim, but audience. Dave Goldfinger. Oh, that's priceless.
I thought it was supposed to be GoldenEye anyway.
It is supposed to be GoldenEye.
As
that
Jay
was my
has said,
fault. Sorry, I did that.
Yeah.
That was good though. I mean, it wasn't
as Jay has now commented in the comments, he goes, "Wow, that's a different movie." So, audience, here's the important bit for you to know. As soon as Alan has taken things full circle, because Alan is about to recreate Jimmy's recreation of Dave's recreation of his own original monologue. Once again, for clarity, he is only trying to recreate the performance given by Jimmy. So, once Alan has gone, then it will be voting time, where you'll be able to vote for either Alan, Jimmy, or Dave for who you felt did the best recreation of what came before. So, for now, though, we're going to spotlight Alan's camera. And Alan, here you go.
Well, there was a bloke called Fred Goldfinger, and something about a plane and my knacker. I haven't seen the film. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
You got 15 seconds.
Oh, and then Alan Cumming gets covered in liquid nitrogen at the end. That was it. God, I hope that was 20 seconds.
You got 5 seconds.
I haven't seen that film either.
Okay, and that is time. Well done. Well done, Alan. So, audience, it is now voting time. It's now up to you. Who do you vote for here, audience? If you felt the best recreation was just now by Alan, then put Alan. If you felt the best recreation came from Jimmy, then put Jimmy. And if you felt the best recreation came from Dave, then put Dave. But whilst we wait for the audience votes, Dave Goldfinger, I love it. Whilst we wait for the audience to vote, let's find out. Samuel, George, how do you vote this one?
Well, I mean, it seems a little bit unfair. You've chucked Jimmy in the deep end, it seems, in every game so far.
I didn't make him go first.
So if you're going strictly by the rules of the best recreation, I think you've got to give it to Dave. However, for a sympathy vote as well as the person that brought me to tears laughing, I've got to give it to Jimmy.
Okay. Ruth, how would you vote this one?
Oh, well, I was going to say absolutely the same thing. I know it's almost verbatim, as Sam just said. You know, for I don't know, for the best imitation, yeah, it's Dave, but simply for laughter, it has to be Jimmy.
Okay, fantastic. Beth, how would you vote it?
I think George did really good.
Excellent. And Danny, how would you vote this one?
I gotta say, I'm just gonna repeat what everyone else is saying. Like, I think in terms of the rules, Dave probably did the best job, but I also gotta give it to Jimmy as well for the best laughs.
Do you all feel sorry for me?
I'm
joking.
So, okay, audience, if you have...
You're the only one here who's got any food in the house. Why would we feel sorry for you?
Well,
Bran flakes.
there's toilet roll on the other side.
Oh my God!
Wow. Okay, audience, any final votes you've got coming through, put them through now. We've given you plenty of time, but we've got votes coming through via Facebook. We've got a vote for Alan, which comes from Jay on Facebook's voted Alan. Erica on YouTube says Alan, very cheeky. So that is 2 for Alan. Andrew Whittington says Jimmy on Facebook. Joe Eden says Jimmy. Nina says Jimmy. Janie says Dave. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So 1 for Dave, 3 for Jimmy, 2 for Alan. Any more votes coming through? Max says Jimmy, so that's 4 to Jimmy. Okay, JJ says Alan killed it, so this is getting quite close. Let's just go back and tally these up once again. So we've got Alan, that's 3 for Alan. What? Jimmy, 4 for Jimmy, 1 for Dave. We're going to give it another 5 seconds, but if not...
Sounds like an undertone song
okay.
going on here.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I think Jimmy's
1.
won.
Jimmy, you win. Well done.
Wow. Well deserved.
Okay, so we are going to move on, and we're going to do another one of these. We're going to do another one of these. So, audience, I asked you for a suggestion of movies before. We are going to do another one, but also, let's just check the time here. We are going to, in fact, I know what the game we're going to do next is. So, audience, stick around because it will be an audience interactive games, so we'll need you here. But let's have a look. So we are going to take the film, lots of good films suggested here. Die Hard. So we are going to start off with Beth. Beth, you are going to be a character in the film Die Hard, and you will have 30 seconds to perform a dramatic monologue as if you were in Die Hard. And here you go.
It's really hard to die. I'm having a hard time. I keep falling off buildings. I get shot at. Things explode everywhere. Somehow this is a Christmas movie. But I'm still here. And so that makes me think that I might be the protagonist. I think it's possible that I'm going to live to the end. I'm going to be the guy that walks
And that
away.
is 30 seconds. Well done there, Beth. Fantastic. Next up, we are going to come to Samuel. Oh, George. Sam, you will have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate Beth's original monologue. And here you go.
It's really hard to die. It's so hard to die. I keep jumping off of buildings and getting shot at, and I just don't seem to die. And somehow this is a Christmas movie, and it doesn't seem to be right to me. There's so many things that I just can't get my head round. People shooting, I'm shooting back, I'm jumping, they're jumping. It's all too crazy to me.
And that is 30 seconds. Well done there. Well done. So, next up, let's come to Danny. Oh, George. So, Danny Oh, George, you're going to have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate Samuel Oh, George's recreation of Beth Oh, George's original monologue. So, Danny, 30 seconds, and here you go.
I'm having a really hard time trying to die. It's like I keep jumping off buildings, and the people are shooting at me, and I'm shooting at them, and there's explosions everywhere. And it somehow this is a Christmas movie, which it definitely is, by the way, just to clarify. And I'm falling, and there's explosions everywhere. And I'm shooting, they're shooting, I'm jumping, and they're jumping, and I'm the protagonist, and I'm just gonna.
And that is 30 seconds. Well done. And yes, it is a Christmas movie. But so we're gonna take this full circle. So, Georgia, as portrayed by Beth, you will now come full circle. You'll have 30 seconds to recreate Danny's recreation of Sam's recreation of your original monologue. And here you go.
It's hard to die, so I've decided to live. We've all got guns. Let's just all shoot the guns to the tune of Jingle Bells.
And that is 30 seconds. Well done. That has to be a record where not a single word was repeated. I love it. Okay, so interesting interpretation. So, audience, it is now voting time. Who do you vote for here? Please put into the comments who you are voting for. If you are voting for Beth, put Beth. If you're voting for Danny, put Danny. Oh, hi, Danny. Or if you are voting for Sam, then put Sam. So, okay. Whilst we wait for the audience to vote, let's just find out. Ruth, who would you vote for?
I'm sorry, not a single one of them was actually accurately, in any way, shape or form, imitating what had come before. However, I think Sam, you were great. So I'm going to vote for Sam.
Thanks, Ruth.
You're all right. Oh, George.
Oh, George. Okay, so, Jimmy, how would you vote this one?
My vote goes to Georgia. just for comedy value at the end.
Okay, fantastic. Dave, how would you vote it?
I think I go for Danny just for the opening line of "I'm having a really hard time trying to die." Just for sympathy. That was a real emotive moment.
Okay, Alan, how would you vote it?
Well, I'm not totally convinced that firearms can be played like a musical instrument. I appreciate Beth is American, so I'll take her word for it. Danny started editorialising partway through his verbatim, which, as you know, is my thing. So I'm going to give it to... I'm giving it to Sam, not least because of the sheer joy with which he realised that he could do an accent and it wouldn't be racist. Well done, Sam.
Okay.
I'll just say, I didn't steal Alan's thing, I just took inspiration from it.
Yeah, okay. So, right, 1 second. In a moment, guys, we're going to do another game, and just so you're prepared, Dave and Alan, I have sent you a private message on Facebook, so you will know what you are doing in the next game. But, let's see what the votes have said. So, what have we got?
You filthy git.
What? Oh, hang on, I think I sent that to the wrong person. Right, okay, so, okay, let's have a look. First of all, Keely says, hi, Ruth. So, Ruth, Keely says hi.
Hi, Keely.
Right, well, hi, Keely, from, any of the rest of us. Right, anyway, come on.
Care about the rest of us.
Yeah.
Fair
right.
weather friend, Keely.
So, Joe Eden on Facebook votes for Sam. Andrew Whittington on Votebook on Facebook votes for Beth. JJ votes for Danny. Also, it's one apiece. Nina votes for Beth. Keely says Sam. Keely says so many Georges tonight. JJ says Georges. So
that's a vote for me.
But it could be it could be any of them. Right.
I'm the OG. OG.
I see what you did there. I like that, Sam. That's genuinely very good for you. Let's
patronise him hard, David. Not time to fill.
Right. Okay. So, let's have a look. Janie votes Sam. Max votes Sam. So Sam, that's at least 3 votes. Beth has 2 votes. Danny has a vote. Any other votes coming through?
To accept it.
I'm going to give it a 5-second countdown. 5. Audience, you've got to vote now. 4. If you're going to get those votes in. 3. There's only 2 seconds left. 2. Oh, Keely says, not the GC, it's the OG. What's the GC?
When I was Gemma Collins.
Ah, callback. But anyway, 1, and Sam, you have won that round. Well done.
I'm not sure how to feel about it. I've won the game, but also David really just tore me a new one there.
Did I? Right, I lose track. So anyway, we are going to move on to our next game, which is called Charadio, or Charadio. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but the way it works. Audience, this is a game mainly for you. Because you can win this game, audience members. It is going to be contested between Alan and Dave. I have sent them a private message of the name of a movie each. So, what they are going to do is in a moment, I am going to mute their microphones and they are going to mime. They are allowed to do anything as long as they don't write down or show you something on a screen or whatever, which is literally showing you the poster of the film. But they are going to be miming a movie. They're going to be miming a movie, and audience, you have to guess what movie they are miming. They are each miming a different movie. Whoever in the audience gets a correct answer first wins. Audience, you will be the winner. But whoever's movie you guess first means between Dave and Alan, that person would win. So if everyone else just kills their camera for a moment, and I'm just going to bring up, looking at the time here, that we've got time for one other game in between this. So we've got one other game we'll do before the finale one. But let's just ask the audience for something. I'm going to ask... In fact, we'll leave... We've got lots of movies, so we'll leave it with movies. But, audience, Dave and Alan are about to mime a movie. They're doing 2 different movies, a movie each. You have to guess who is miming what movie. So first of all, I'm muting you, Alan. I am now muting you, Dave. I'm going to stop my camera, and here you go. So I will just provide commentary here. Both Alan and Dave. Dave is on the right of your screen. Alan is on the left. They are miming a movie each. They are miming a movie each. Audience, you have to guess what they are miming. So as soon as you've got a guess, put down the name of the performer, either Dave or Alan, and the name of the movie you guess that they are going for. So as soon as you've got a guess, put it down. Keely is the first one to guess. Keely has guessed Star Wars. Alan. It's a good guess, but it's not the correct guess. So anyone in the audience, keep guessing. Keep guessing what you think they are doing. So here we can see that Dave is pulling lots of faces, and there is some finger action for Alan to be proud of that he is doing. Anyone else going to guess in the audience? We have lots of people watching, but not many people are guessing currently. Any other guesses, audience? Perhaps. Okay, Keely says Dave, Gone with the Wind. And that is correct. So, Dave, you win. And Keely, you win almost by default. But you did get a correct answer first. No one else guessed there. So,
Keely.
Well done, well done. JJ guessed the Lone Ranger. Any other guesses? Or any of our performers want to guess what Alan was doing? Keely says Top Gun Alan, which is correct. Keely, you won both. Jamie says Gone with the Wind, Dave. The correct answer there, obviously. But you're a little bit late there, Jamie, on Twitch. And Keely says, I always win. You do, Keely. You're very, very good at this game. But Dave, you get the bragging rights there. You were able to give the better guess. Jamie on Twitch says, I guessed that too. You didn't guess it quite as fast as Keely, but well done. Keely says, I'm a psychic. It helps. So, there you go.
Either that or she's got too much free time.
Too much free time? What? How does that make sense? She's got as much time as they had to do it.
No.
But she might have seen more film.
Right. Okay. So, Sam's gone.
Send the Sam O. George roast.
I know. Sam, this is like a night dedicated to you because everyone has become
Sam
a
roast George.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. So, in this next scene is going to be Alan, is going to be Ruth, is going to be Jimmy, and Alan, Ruth, Jimmy, and Georgia, which is Beth. I always keep forgetting your name, but it's Beth. Right.
It's okay.
So I do apologise. Right. Okay. And you are going to do a scene, and the scene is going to be set within the world of Blazing Saddles. Set within the world of Blazing Saddles, the movie as suggested by Erica Lear on YouTube. Danny, I don't believe you're in this scene. Right, so set within the world of Blazing Saddles, which is a comedy western, and you are going to be doing a game of Alliteration Anarchy. We're going to have a couple of games of this, so you guys can have a go, and then the other performers will have a go as well. And the way it works is, in this scene, you can say anything you want, but you have a goal. The goal you have, I'm just going to put the next suggestion into the suggestion box because we will need lots of suggestions of characters from fictional history and unusual things for them to be doing for our finale game. But the way Alliteration Anarchy works is in this scene you can say anything you like, but you have a goal. Each of you are going to be assigned a letter of the alphabet, and as much as possible you have to begin as many words that you say with the letter you have been assigned. So this is set within the world of Blazing Saddles, and I will choose the first letter of the most recent comments to assign you letters. Alan, you are assigned the letter T. You are assigned the letter T. Beth, oh my gosh, the last three comments before that all begin with the letter I. So you have to try and begin as many words with the letter I as possible. Good luck. Jimmy, you have to begin as many words as you can with the letter G for George. And then Ruth, you have to begin as many words as you can with the letter L. The letter L for Lima. And here you go.
Oh, look, my lovelies. Look, listen. I wanted to say something. Lovely people, look at me when I'm talking. Listen, look, listen, learn. Okay, you can talk now.
Terrific talk. Thanks.
Idiots.
Turns out this tart was the Waco turnip before that terrible time caused a terrific tremor.
Lies, 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 lies. Lots and lots of lies.
Got gales going.
Tornadoes?
Got 'em. Yeah.
This is important information. Are you guys is this serious or are you being ingenuine?
Look, we like to laugh and loll about a bit, but when it's serious,
we tell the truth.
It's good going.
Like you said.
Interesting.
Topsoil's turned over. Be loose.
Loose what?
Topsoil. This typhoon's going to tear it up.
Gained gravel.
Loose soil. Goes all over the place. Looks like it's a last chance saloon.
Irrigation would help.
Totally.
Yeah. If
Trees.
we could just get some water in here. Yeah.
Yeah. Trees, their roots transform, terraform the earth. They lock it tight.
Ghost town you do not want.
Lock what tight?
The soil. The tree roots lock tight the soil, the topsoil.
Lovely.
I've heard that that there's a impediment to setting up irrigation in this area, and it has to do with some idiots who yeah, ingenious.
Typical.
Gullies is what they need. Can move gallons.
True enough.
Like I was saying earlier on, lovely people, look around you. There's loose soil everywhere.
Yeah, and typhoon incoming. Timetable's tight.
Interruption. I think the most important thing here in this place is that we can all sit together around this fire and have some beans.
Thinking's therapeutic.
Lovely idea. Let's get cooking.
And scene! Well done, guys! So, audience, it is a difficult game. But audience, especially if you have the letter I do apologise, blaming the audience.
It's very hard.
So, audience, it is now voting time, as you'll see in the suggestion box down below. It is voting time. Who do you think did best with the letter that they were assigned? If you felt that it was Alan with his letter T, then put Alan. If you felt that it was Ruth with her letter L, vote for her if you don't want her to have the letter L. If you felt that the I's have it, then vote for Beth. And if you feel, I can't even remember, G for Oh George, then vote for Jimmy. So, if you want to say Gimme Jimmy with a G, then vote for Jimmy. So, Danny, Oh George, T, who do you vote for here? Do the T's have it?
You know what? I think they do. I think everyone did a pretty good job. I think Alan just got most of the letters in there with the letter T, and I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Okay, Dave, how would you vote this? I love the fact. Hang on, Dave. I just need to interrupt this. Have you just purposely put cereal in your background?
He
It was Special K a minute ago.
That was my second cereal.
I love it. I love it. That's brilliant. Okay,
I thought
Dave.
if it's going to be sponsored by someone for cereal, I'm going to do the same thing. Is that it?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, if I'm not now, I'm hoping to be. But anyway, I think I will go. Is it between? I think between Alan and Beth. I think. Yeah, I think I'll go with Beth for this one.
Okay.
And
And
everyone was very good.
Sam, are you there, or are you just a holding screen?
I'm just scared to come back in case I get roasted again.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't get roasted, Sam. Just get lightly grilled.
Poor baby.
Poor.
I'd like to vote for Ruth for the amount of times that she said lovely. It felt very positive.
Thank you, George. Sam.
My name is Sam. It's right there.
Right.
I said it. I just had to correct myself. Sorry.
Right. And on that note, let's see what we got votes in the voting in the audience section. In the audience section, in the comments section. My God. Right, let's have a look. We've got lots of votes coming through. So JJ says Alan won easily. Erica says Alan, the T. Okay, right. It's got like it's like TH, then a capital E, then a capital T. I think it was meant to be for the T, but it just confused me the way it was written. But thank you. So that's 2 votes for Alan. Keely votes for Ruth. Joe votes for Alan. So so that's 3 to Alan, 1 for Ruth. Jay votes. Oh no, that's a suggestion for the next round. Nina says Alan. Andrew says Alan. Jay says voting for Ruth. That's 2 for Ruth. Keely says, David, can the finale of the show be your birthday TikTok? No, it can't. Right. So let's have a look. Joe says, "Oh, Sam, come back. All is forgiven." Joe Eden has forgiven you, Sam.
We want to see you, Sam.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, Ruth. Right, okay. Max votes for Alan. Alan, Janie votes for Alan. Alan, you have won. So well done there. So we will do.
In fairness, T is the second most commonly used letter in the language, so I did have a head start. So well played, everybody.
Okay,
well
so
played, everybody.
Alan has graciously stepped out of the voting, so that means not. Right, okay. So everyone else who wasn't in that scene, who wasn't in that scene? So Dave, Danny, myself, and Sam, if Sam wants to return, we will do one quick final game of Alliteration Anarchy ourselves, and then we will go on to our finale. So audience, I'm just going to remind you that we need suggestions of lots more characters from fiction or people from history, plus unusual things for them to be doing. So let's find out what this is going to be based on. We'll go back to our movies, I believe. This is going to be, as suggested by Joe Eden, this is going to be a scene set within the world of Groundhog Day. This is set within the world of Groundhog Day. So let's find out. So Sam, you have been given the letter O. You have to begin as many words as you can with O, George. So you begin as many words you can with O. Dave, you have to begin as many as you can with the letter. Oh my God, everyone's commenting now. I'll lose it. Letter H. The letter H. The next 4 comments all begin with the letter A. So Danny, begin as many words as you can with the letter A. And then David, I have to begin with the letter D. So I have to begin as many words as I can with the letter D. And this is set within the world of Groundhog Day. And here we go. Darn it! Damn! Groundhog Day! Groundhog Day!
Oh?
Here is the hairy little runt.
Aw, ain't that adorable?
Adorable? It's dastardly. Disgusting.
Help us to understand how many more of the heavenly days of summer we will have.
It's oozing! It's oozing!
Days and days and days. It's a real dilemma.
It's a case where it always seems to happen again and again and again.
Oh, okay.
Here is the hairy little runt.
I feel deranged. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all 2 days.
Are we aware of which direction this awesome little creature was looking at when he came out of the avalanche-sized hole in the...
Came out of the dam! That damn beaver-looking thing.
Get over it.
He's a hell of a critter.
Oh, he's dinky. Can I try him? We're going to go for a drive.
Hey!
Don't worry. We're going to drive off the dam. And we're going to die.
He'll never survive that. He's in hell now.
Oh! Damn, it's this day again.
Here is the little runt.
Oh!
He'll help us to understand how many heavenly days of summer we have left.
I just want to die and bang! Ah! Damn, it's that day again.
Hairy little runt.
Oh, drat!
He will help us.
To annihilate yourself there, Alan.
Oh, I know. I'll drip in this damp water with this device that's got electricity detaching my... Ah! Damn, it's this day again.
Here is the hairy little runt.
It's oozing.
Is it like it's just happening again and
He will help us to understand how heavenly
Oh, okay.
Oh, I am doomed.
He's hung. He's hung himself.
Ah! Oh, damn, it's this day again.
Here is the hairy little runt.
And scene.
And again.
Wow. Oh, I stopped my camera. Why did I stop my camera? Okay, and that's the end of the scene. So, audience, it is now voting time. Who do you think did the best with the letter they were assigned? And I tell you what, I'm not quite sure how, but I'm going to spend today and tomorrow figuring it out. Groundhog Day is going to be a new game within Improv. I don't know quite how it's going to work yet, but I will come up with the rules for it. But it will be a game based around the concept of Groundhog Day. Because that was fun. I think we actually found something quite cool in the end. So, audience, who do you think did best with their letter? If you felt it was Dave, put Dave. If you felt it was David, then put David. If you felt it was Danny, then put Danny. And if you felt it was Samuel George, put Samuel George. But if you really like the D's, then vote for David. If you liked Danny, Dave, or David. So, whilst we wait for the audience votes to come through, let's find out. Beth, who would you vote for there?
It's oozing! It's oozing!
Okay, so Jimmy, who would you vote for there?
Right, it is. I better clean up.
Sorry, what was that, Jimmy?
I said I'd vote for you.
Okay, thank you. Ruth, who would you vote for?
I absolutely loved Sam's oozing, but I'm afraid Dave has stolen it with however many times he could say the same thing. Hairy, little, whatever it was he said.
And Alan, how would you vote this one?
Well, as you know, I'm a guy of extremes, so I'm not entirely certain whether to give it to you, David, as the guy who had to do the most work, or to Dave as the person who gleefully embraced doing the least work of all. So I'm just going to flip a coin. David, you've got my vote, unusual though it is.
Okay.
Well done, sir.
So let's have a look at the comments section. So we've got lots of votes coming through. Joe Eden says, "Oh, George, what an entrance." I don't know if that was the vote, but we can certainly take it as one. Keely says, "I vote David." Keely says, "OMG, my mum's cackling at that." Max votes David, so that's 2 to me, 1 to Sam. Janie votes Dave, so that's 2 to me, 1 to Sam, 1 to Dave. Joe Eden votes David, so that's 3 to me, 1 to Sam, 1 to Dave. Nina votes Dave, so Dave has 2, Sam has 1, I have 3. And let's have a look. Any other votes? Andrew says, Dave, I will also vote for Dave tomorrow. I like that. That's very good. So that's 3 apiece.
So that's 4 votes then, yeah? That's 4 votes.
Well, not quite. Okay, so it's 3 apiece. 3 apiece, 1 to Sam. JJ says, David, repeating day 20 times, especially as part of Monday, Tuesday, etc., was the line. What? Was over the line? Dave won for me. So no, I thought that was a vote for me and it wasn't. So Dave, you get the vote there.
Thank you, JJ.
Keely says, her mum says, oh, George, so Sam has it. Sam has got 2. I have got 3. Dave has got 4. Peter says they vote for Danny. Right, so Peter votes for Danny. Right, okay. Anyone else going once? Going twice? And any more votes coming through? 3, 2, 1. Dave, you win. Well done.
Never win that game.
Well done. So, audience, we are now going to go on to our final game of the show, which is known as an Impression Battle Royale. An Impression Battle Royale. We are going to do impressions based on your suggestions. We're going to do lots of impressions based on your suggestions, and then we're going to vote to see who you think goes through, and then we'll have a finale with a winner at the end. I just about got through that sentence, but let's see who we've got. Let's highlight some of the comments, because I've forgotten to do this earlier in the show. So there we can see Keely says, OMG, my mum's cackling at that. So let's have a look what else. So first up, in fact, let's choose who is going to be performing in this. We're going to start off with Beth and Alan. Beth and Alan. I'm going to come to you first, Beth. So let's find a character for you. So the character for you to be is going to be... You are Robert Downey Jr. You are dating Wonder Woman. You are Robert Downey Jr. dating Wonder Woman. And here you go.
Man, I don't know how I got here. I mean, she's hot. And she's like scary, and I dig it. I dig it. You know, underneath the metal, there's more metal. More metal in there. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in love. And the sword, she does things.
Okay, and well done there, Beth. So next up will be Alan. Let's find a character for you, Alan. Okay, who have we got here? I see that we have got... Okay, as suggested by JJ, you are going to be Hermann Goering ordering tea. You are Hermann Goering ordering tea. And here you go.
Well, as you know, this whole thing has to be ready in time for Operation Sea Lion. When the Fury is delighted because us in the Luftwaffe, we have finished bombing the London, so we bomb it here, and we bomb it there, we bomb it everywhere. And I put my bestest dress on, special for the occasion. It makes me look like von Hindenburg himself, because I have the big boobs now that I have put the weight on, yes? What do you mean, the Red Army? The Red Army! Fuck!
Okay, fantastic. Well done there. Well done, Alan. So, audience, it is now up to you. It is voting time. Who do you vote for here, audience? Put Alan or Hermann Goering if you would like to vote for Alan or Hermann Goering.
Always glad to be associated with that name.
I know, right? Or put Beth or Robert Downey Jr. if you are voting for Beth as Robert Downey Jr. Whilst we wait for audience votes to come through, let's just find out, first of all, Danny, how would you vote this one?
I'll be honest, I don't know who Hermann Goering is, so I, by default, I'm going to give it to Beth.
Hitler's chief of the Luftwaffe and secretly a transvestite.
Though not that secret. Okay, Jimmy, who would you vote for?
Hermann Goering, although I was waiting for him to order some tea.
Oh yeah. Well, if he tells Danny to do something, he'll be ordering some tea. Danny understands that. Right, okay, so let's also find out. Samuel, George, how would you vote?
Well, I feel it would be morally wrong to vote for Goering, so I'm going to have to go with Robert Downey Jr.
Dave, how would you vote? Have you had your Weetabix?
Yes, I have. Now that it's been pointed out that he didn't actually order his tea, I think I have to go with Beth, I'm afraid. Sorry, Adam.
Okay, and Ruth, how would you vote this one?
Yeah, no, I'm going with the Robert Downey Jr. Even though Beth, as you know, he's so unpolitically correct. It's
Okay, let's see what we've got in the audience. So we've got lots of votes coming through. Keely has said voting Alan. Andrew says Alan. JJ says Alan. Erica says Alan. Great bit of a German. Which bit? Joe says Beth. Jamie says it has to be Herr Allen. And then we've got another one that just says Herman on Twitch. And then Max says Alan, he cracks me up. So then I would say that Alan, you have progressed round in the tournament. So well done.
Thank you. Well played, Beth.
Next up, we are going to have Ruth and Danny. Ruth and Danny, you'll be next. Let's find a character for you first, Ruth. Let's see who we have got here. We are going to give you Fagin. Washing his socks after wearing them for a year. You are Fagin. You are washing your socks after wearing them for a year. And here you go.
They say a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but you got to wash your socks after. Oh, the smell of them. Considering my occupation and my socks are in the way. Oh, I think I better think it out again. Yeah, smelly.
Excellent. So there we see Fagin after the aneurysm. But we'll move on to Danny. Let's find Danny. Sorry, Ruth. That was very good. Let's find someone for you to be. And who are we going to find for you to be? Let's... So... who have we got? No idea who that is. You are going to be... Let's highlight this comment. You are going to be Ace Ventura being struck by lightning. You are Ace Ventura being struck by lightning. And here you go.
Alrighty then. Oh my god, monkey! What are those clouds? What are they doing? It seems like a storm's coming.
Excellent, well done. So, let's find out how the audience vote, because audience, it is now once again voting time. How do you vote it, audience? If you are, if you want to pick a pocket or two, then vote for Ruth as Fagin. Then vote for Ruth as Fagin. If standing so close to that lightning, you felt that Danny was committing hairy carry, then vote for Danny. See what I went for there. Right, so
I was left smoking.
Hey, I like it. Right. So, Jimmy, who do you vote for?
I think Danny, because perfect Jim Carrey there.
Okay. Sam, how would you vote it?
Well, I think actually towards the end I was a little bit scared of Ruth because she just stared me in the eyes, it seemed, through the camera. So I'm going to have to give it to the scary Fagin.
Okay, Dave, how would you vote it?
I've played Fagin before for a production of Oliver Twist, so I'll give it to Ruth.
Okay, Alan?
I mean, I thought Ruth's Fagin was extremely good, but I've got to give it to Danny because I think that is exactly the way Jim Carrey would have played it, and we haven't paid Danny £6 million to do this. So,
yeah.
Well done, Danny.
Okay, and Beth, how would you vote?
I'm giving it to Ruth. That was frightening.
Okay, let's see what we've got in the comments here. So, we've got... Joe Eden says Ruth. Keely says Ruth. Janie says Ruth and her smelly socks. Lol. JJ says Oy vey, Ruth. Max says Ruth. I could almost smell those socks. That's 4 in the lead. Danny gets a vote from Andrew Whittington on Facebook. Nina votes for Danny. So that's 2 for Danny, 4 for Ruth. Any more coming through? Any more coming through? Let's just have a look. We're going to give it a few more seconds. Whilst we do this, let's just have a look here. I'm not quite sure what this is going to be, but we're going to highlight this comment from Keely. It says, "It's my birthday." Is it actually, Keely? "And I got a lot of socks. It's my birthday, but I think they really suck." Oh no, this is quoting me from my TikTok that I did. Okay, so there you go. You should check that out. I'm not going to perform it here though. Right, got to leave some exclusive content on TikTok, guys. Got to leave some exclusive content there. But let's see. Any more votes coming through? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Ruth, you've progressed through, so well done there, Ruth. Excellent. So we are going to move on. And next up, who hasn't been yet? I've lost track. Dave and Sam, you haven't been yet. Okay, and then Jimmy and myself. So Dave and Sam, you will go first. Let's find a character for you, Dave. So, Dave, let's see who you are going to be. You are going to be... Oh, I like this. As suggested by JJ, you are Pavarotti. Visiting a psychiatrist. You are Pavarotti visiting a psychiatrist. And here you go.
Well, I just don't understand. I have this bigger girth. And this bigger beard. And yet, everyone out there, they think I can sing only a small, only a little bit. But they don't understand that I can sing a lot. And then I sing for the football, for the Italian 90. But I want to play. I want to play for the Italian 90. I want to go back in time and play for the Italian 90. And I know what to do is score. Is score a goal. Is score a goal.
Excellent. Well done there. Well done, Dave. So next up.
What that sounded like on the other end.
I want to know what it sounded like on your end. But, okay, let's find Sam. Who are you going to be? I think we have a specific suggestion for you from Keely. So, let's see what she's given. For Oh George, Crazy Frog Fighting. You are going to be the Crazy Frog Fighting. As suggested by Keely Purnell on Facebook.
I don't know.
And here you go.
Bang bang, dodge dodge, kick kick, ah! The crazy frog's dead.
Okay, well done.
Yeah, you won this one.
So, the question is, are we voting for the crazy frog or the crazy toad? So, first of all, Pavarotti, not you. Right, okay. That's what my thought process was there. Right, if you're voting for the Crazy Frog or Sam, then put Sam. If you're voting for Dave as Pavarotti, then put Dave or Pavarotti. Whilst we wait for the audience votes to come through, Danny, how would you vote this one?
Well, I have to say, I do have to give credit for Dave doing the operatic solo at the end, but I am going to give this one to Sam, just because, it's just sound effects.
Those Georges have got to stick together, don't they? Right, Jimmy, how would you vote this one?
Sam all the way.
Sam all the way. Okay, and how would you vote this one, Ruth?
It's got to be Sam. I'm really annoyed though because I've managed to get that bloody tune out of my head and now he's put it back in there.
Oh dear. Right, so, Alan, how would you vote it?
Well, in an echo of Ruth, really, Sam did fulfill a lifelong dream of mine by allowing me to see the Crazy Frog being killed in real time. But I'm going to give it to Dave purely because I would rather have Vince Chateau stuck in my head than that bloody racket that Sam was doing.
Okay.
Through no fault of his own, because it was purely because it was an accurate impression.
Yeah, blame Keeley. She's, for some reason, gave that one to me specifically.
Yeah, that's interesting. Keely, why did you give that specifically for Sam? But okay, Beth, how would you vote it?
I have to go with the operatic improv every time. Every time.
Vote there for Dave. Let's have a look what the votes are saying. So, who have we got? We've got lots of votes coming through. Janie says, Dave wins. That was fabulous. JJ says, bravo, bravo, Dave. So that's 2 to Dave. Keely says, oh, George did us proud. She also says, Mum votes Crazy Frog. I'm willing to accept this because I know that your mum often watches Keely, but we like to have active voters. So let's have a look. So it's 2 to Dave, 2 to Sam. Joe Eden says, Dave Arotti. So that's 3 for Dave. Max says, Dave hit the notes like no other. He gets my votes. That's 4 for Dave. Nina says Dave. That's 5 for Dave. 5-2. Erica says Sam. 5-3. Styles Clash. I love that there's someone called Styles Clash voted for Dave. Although that's probably named after the wrestler rather than our game. Right, so that's another for Dave. Andrew says Dave Arotti. Is that? Did we already have that? No, someone else put Dave Arotti. So any other votes coming through? Diz is in the comments. He says Pantless Sam. Pantless Sam. So I'm going to take that as a vote. And Keely says, sorry, Ruth, my fault, because he's a crazy frog. Okay, Sam, that's the reason you're a crazy frog. But I can say, just counting things up there, that Dave, you have won. So well done, Dave.
I believe that.
Shocker.
Does Keely detect a facial resemblance or what?
I don't know. Keely, you need to explain this in greater detail.
I'm just as irritated.
Okay, so final round of this first round will be myself and Jimmy. Jimmy, you can go first. Audience, keep putting suggestions of characters and people from history because we're definitely going to need a few more. But Jimmy, I'm going to let you go first here. Let's see someone for you to be. Got to go back a long way. There's been so many votes tonight, which is really good. Thank you very much, audience. But let's see. You are the Queen throwing a fit for Oh George. What? Okay, so Jimmy, you've just joined us tonight, and now you're completely in on the in-joke, which is just around the fact that Sam's middle initial is O. Right. So you were throwing a fit for Oh George. I don't quite understand it, but interpret it as you will. Go for it.
Oh my God! That Oh George, he was such a fabulous frog. He was wonderful. Oh, hello, Oh George. Oh, can I have your autograph?
Okay, fantastic. And so, if one of our other performers, can someone see any of the more recent suggestions for a character for me? Are there any through, or shall I scroll back?
I think you have to scroll. I can't scroll back on my one, so I can't see.
That's no worries.
I've got mine on the TV.
So,
Give us a couple if you've got.
okay, so we've got Pennywise. I've done Pennywise before though. Pennywise singing a lullaby. Pennywise singing a lullaby. Okay. Oh, actually, this is quite good. It's quite fitting for tonight. So, hello, Georgie. So, tonight, oh, Georgie, I'm going to sing you a lullaby. And it's going to be very, very exciting. Now, would you like to hold the balloon while I say, rock-a-bye, Georgie, on the treetop? Then we will throw you and your body will drop. When it crashes down and you will fall, I will take your O and your soul and all. I don't know. Kind of tailed off at the end there, I'll admit. But, so... Oh, Sam, for some reason you've gone on Spotlight. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Audience, who do you vote for there? If it is the Queen you are voting for, then put Jimmy or the Queen. If it is for Pennywise or me, put Pennywise or David. Whilst we wait for those votes to come in, let's find out. Samuel, oh George, how would you vote this?
Well, I mean, let's face it, it's only a matter of time before the Queen asks for my autograph, so I've got to give it to Jimmy just for the accuracy on that.
Okay, Danny, oh George, how would you vote this?
I am also going to give this one to Jimmy, just because I think for a fellow first timer, I think he did a pretty good job.
Okay, Beth, how would you vote this one?
I'm sorry, I'm giving it to Jimmy too.
It's all right, don't apologise.
I can't resist a really good impression of the Queen, and I felt it.
Okay.
I expect a corgi to jump in any moment.
Alan, how would you vote this one?
All her corgis are dead, people.
Are they? Oh,
this
so
is
sad.
cruel. This is cruel. But yeah, I mean, I thought Jimmy's impression of the Queen was extremely good. But then you came on, David, with your impression of the Queen with a cold and blew me away. So, I mean, it was no Tim Curry. I'm assuming it was the new guy. I've not seen it. Whatever. You have the point. I don't care.
Okay, Ruth, how would you vote it?
I loved the wave, but there wasn't my husband and I, so I'm going with you, David. I thought that was fab.
Okay, and Dave, how would you vote?
I kept expecting him to say that if Philip liked it, he should have put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what? Next time I get Pennywise, because this is at least the second or third time I've had Pennywise, I will do the Tim Curry version. But, Dave, how would you vote it?
I'll have to go for Jimmy, otherwise I'll be beheaded for not for Jimmy the Queen.
Okay, let's have a look at the votes. So, what have we got here? We've got several votes coming through. Keely says Jimmy all the way, but loved the voice David. Okay, well that didn't quite help me there enough, Keely. But right, Keely also says hello everyone. Yeah. Keely says hello everyone. Joe says
Keely.
Jimmy.
Hello, Keely.
Hi.
Thanks for always watching, Keely. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no, she's like #1 fan. Erica says David, so that's 2 for Jimmy, 1 for David. Janie says Penny, so that's 2 for me, 2 for Jimmy. Andrew says David, so it's 3 for me, 2 for Jimmy. Max says Jimmy, so it's 3 apiece. Nina says Jimmy, so Jimmy, you've taken the lead. Keely says the most recent comment, which is, can't believe Jimmy's a first timer. He's a pro. So, but Keely's already voted there, but Jimmy, you are in the lead, 4-3. Any more votes coming through? Any more votes coming through? I'm just going to give a few more seconds and I'll remind everyone that we have a show again tomorrow at 12 p.m. We have a show tomorrow at 12 p.m. What are you doing, Dave?
12.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I thought you were really... I got confused anyway. Right, so we have another show tomorrow at 12 p.m, which is another one. It's our Friday matinee, 12 p.m. UK time, I should always clarify. But at this point, I can say that... Oh, hang on. JJ has literally just saved my life, as I was about to call it. JJ says David for his commitment. David for his commitment is 4 apiece. So I'm also going to take this opportunity to remind
Realised your
people.
life was on the line, David. God.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
It's life and death. You've got to up the stakes, guys. Second rule of improv. Right. So let's have a look. Any more votes coming through? I'll also remind the audience that tomorrow afternoon that we'll have another Superkick Mania Pro Wrestling podcast as part of the Extreme Improv Podcast Network. And we're going to do the super kicks at the end. Okay. But I don't know if any more votes are coming through. So I'm going to make the executive... Hang on. Keely says, our household says
right.
Jimmy. Keely says, our household says Jimmy. Sorry, David. Wow. I tell you what I'm going to do. Just in the interest of time, because otherwise we will slightly overrun more than we already are. I am going to make way for our new performer and say, Jimmy, you have gone through.
So kind of you.
Okay. So, and also Keely's household doesn't like me anymore. So, okay, who have we got left? Who is left? Dave, Alan.
That's the semi-finals now.
Yeah, okay, well, Dave and Alan. Isn't there two other people?
Yeah.
Jimmy and Ruth.
Oh, you and Ruth. So, Dave and Alan, you will go next. Let's have a look. We've got Dave. You will go first, in fact. Let's find a character for you, Dave. And a character for you. Audience, continue to put suggestions of characters through. I'm going to have to scroll back, way back to find any. Who have we got? Okay, I don't know who this is. Golda Mia washing her cats. Do you know who that is?
Golda Meir? I don't know what.
Golda Meir was used to be like president of or prime minister of Israel. Golda Meir.
We're gonna perhaps come back to that in a little bit, Andrew. But we appreciate the input there. Okay, let's see who else we've got. Any others? Harry Potter ordering a unicorn frappuccino, as suggested by Jay. So you are Harry Potter ordering a unicorn frappuccino, and here you go.
Hello. Well, I think Hermione would like a fruity smoothie with lots of rum, and the ginger one would like the Ron. That's it. This Ron. Sorry, I just call him the ginger one sometimes. I don't remember his name. So yes, he would like a chocolate muffin, and I'll have a unicorn frappuccino. A unicorn frappuccino. What do you mean you don't have it? Oh, fine. I'll have to use the old bloody wand again. Right, here we go. Right, just hold the cup out, will you? Thank you very much. Right. Unicornus frappuccinos. Sorry, Mr. Snape. I think I turned him into a unicorn rather than the coffee. Sorry. Sorry.
Love it. Well done, Dave. Well done. Do you know what? The weirdest thing for me, the bit I enjoyed the most, is how jarring it said when you said Mr. Snape. Because, you know, in any school that would be correct. But it's just hearing him, imagining Harry Potter, Mr. Snape, Miss McGonagall. Right,
Very
so weird.
vague knowledge of Harry Potter. Though I do have a very similar scar on my side of my head here.
Oh. We need to see that in more detail at some point. Right, okay.
Yeah, it turns out a lot of kids are dropped on their head.
Okay, Alan. Character for you, as suggested by Andrew. You are Michael Bay directing a Shakespeare play. You are Michael Bay directing a Shakespeare play. And here you go.
Okay, so it's this fucking simple, right? Okay, guys, it's this fucking simple. You come on and you say, the Queen, my lord, is dead. And then there's a fucking explosion in the background. And the whole of fucking Dunsinane gets fucking blown across the entire fucking state of Denmark, right? And then, a teenage mutant ninja turtle has sex with a transformer and they both explode. And your father's ghost says, what the fuck was that? And you say, there are more things in heaven and earth ratio that are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Way, okay, well done.
Very good.
So, audience, it is once again voting time. It is voting time, audience. Who do you vote for here? If you are voting for Alan as Michael Bay, then just type BANG! But if you are voting for...
Just throw your computer out of a window.
If you are voting for Dave as Harry Potter, then type Mr. Snape into the comments. So, whilst we wait for the audience to vote, either Dave as Harry Potter or Alan as Michael Bay, let's find out. Sam, how would you vote it?
Well, I did really enjoy that Dave turned the barista into a unicorn rather than a coffee. But I just think that Alan managed to get every Michael Bay film into one there, so I'm really impressed with that. I'm going to give it to Alan.
Yeah. Okay, Danny, how would you vote it?
Yeah, I'm going to say the same. Obviously, my knowledge on Shakespeare is a little bit rusty, but enough to also pick up on the reference that he threw in at the end there. Yeah, so I think of that one to Alan.
Okay, so...
Cheers, mate.
Okay, so Jimmy.
Bang!
Bang!
Yeah. I want to buy a ticket now. That's all I need.
Okay. Ruth, how would you vote it?
Well, I'm voting for Alan, though. I got very confused as to which Shakespeare play Michael Bay was directing, because I thought we were...
It was Two Noble Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it was The Queen, My Lord is Dead, seemed to be from one play, and then we were in Hamlet, which is... I don't know where we were.
It was Romeo and April O'Neil. Okay, so, Beth, how would you vote it?
Mr. Snape.
Oh, Mr. Snape. Let's see
I have the same limited knowledge of Harry Potter, I believe, that he does, and so that I really understood what was going on. I know that part of Harry Potter.
Okay.
I think that's brilliant. I think that's wonderful that you had more knowledge of Shakespeare than Harry Potter. I wish more
It's
people...
true, I do.
Okay, let's have a look. So, we have here lots of votes coming through. We have got... Keely says, I vote Alan. She also then writes, BANG! But that's still one vote. Nina says Dave. Joe Eden on Facebook says Mr. Snape. So that's 2 to Dave, 1 to Alan. Erica says Alan. That was Brill. So it's 2 apiece. JJ says Alan Bay wands. Interesting. Okay. So Alan, you've taken the lead. Diz puts bang Alan for all the swears. So that's 4-2. Jamie says Alan. Keely then says, David, are you wearing your birthday socks? What? Not on my feet. But other than that, Max says Alan. And I can say at this point, I don't think, Dave, you can quite come back. So, Alan, you have gone through. So, well done there, Alan.
And can I say that I hope Diz's vote means that he's sorted out the emergency at work and he'll be back with us as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, Diz, yeah. What was this emergency at work if you're slacking off watching improv?
Nice one, Dave.
No,
Good work,
but
mate.
we appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, Diz. I think everyone should be, if they're supposed to be working, should be watching this show. So we're just going to throw that out there. Okay, so who's else in the final? Sam and...
Jimmy
and Ruth.
Jimmy and Ruth.
So
Jimmy
Sam,
and Ruth.
you will go first.
Jimmy and Ruth.
Sam, are you not in the final?
No, I won it.
I don't remember. I'm sure you just put your hand up, so Sam. Right, Jimmy, you will go first. Jimmy, as suggested by Max, you are going to be Hulk Hogan making a pizza. You are going to be Hulk Hogan making a pizza. And here you go.
I'm gonna take this pepperoni and I'm gonna throw it down. Do you hear me? Do you hear it? Hear that pizza? Oh yeah. Take that cheese and throw it on the base and then throw it in the oven. That's what I said. Can you hear me?
Amazing.
I can now.
Yeah. I love the irony of you saying, "Can you hear me?" as you unplug your headphone. Okay, but next we're going to come to Ruth to find out who is our other finalist. Okay, let's have a look. Who have we got? Another suggestion of a character. Who have we got here? Okay, so maybe this is wishful thinking. Keely has suggested, I'm going to highlight this comment, the suggestion of Boris Johnson saying lockdown to be over tomorrow. Okay.
That's wishful thinking.
Boris Johnson saying lockdown is over tomorrow. And here you go.
Well, we've considered things very carefully in government, and it seems that lockdown is done, dusted. We're down with the lock, and so yeah, it's over. I've just got to go and see to one of the women. Just one. It's all right. I'm not travelling far. Anyway, lockdown's over tomorrow. Well done, everyone. Yeah, no, I'm sure there was something else I was supposed to do, but they didn't give me a handbook on being a prime minister, so I don't know. I don't know. Bye.
Okay, well done there, Ruth. Well done. Fantastic stuff. That was like he was on magic mushrooms. It was brilliant. So, audience, it is now voting time. If you are voting for Jimmy as Hulk Hogan, then put Jimmy or Hulk Hogan, brother. If you are voting for Ruth as Boris Johnson, then put Ruth or Boris into the comments. So, let's find out first of all. Sam, who are you voting for?
I've got to go for the 24-inch pythons all the way.
So that's one vote for Ruth. Okay, so Dave, how would you vote it?
Well, I was impressed with Jimmy's little mannerisms for Mr. Hogan, but I'm afraid Ruthamania is running wild this evening.
Love it. Okay, Danny, how would you vote this one?
It was pretty close for me. Like, both did a pretty good job, but ultimately, I'm going to give this one to Ruth.
Okay, Beth, how would you vote it?
The Hawk!
Okay, incredible, in fact.
I'm a Southern girl. I grew up watching wrestling. I love Hulk Hogan. Like every Saturday, it was wrestling or wrestling.
Okay, and Alan, how would you vote this one?
I thought Jimmy did a great job, but Ruth brought to the role of Boris Johnson a gravitas and a depth that the real person lacks. And I only hope that MI6 are watching this and thinking, what if we replace him with her?
That would be amazing. Okay, and whilst I find out how the votes are going, let's just have a quick look. Let's have a quick look.
Is that Boris Johnson?
It is Boris Johnson. Right.
That's what it looks like now. He's not had his hair cut in lockdown. Yeah.
That's his actual size as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look.
Bicep measurement, that is. Yeah.
So, Keely says, Jimmy with a heart at the end. So that's a vote for Jimmy. Oh, hang on. So she says Jimmy, but then she instantly betrays you because her next comment, if I highlight it, first she says Jimmy, but then she says, this was so hard. Both are amazing people. Oh, okay, so this is getting personal. But Ruth, because my suggestion. Right, so she's voting for Ruth because she suggested that she should do Boris Johnson. She also says spot on Ruth, so it's a vote for Ruth. Andrew Whittington on Facebook says Ruth. Janie on Twitter says Holker Jimmy Hogan. So that's 2 for Ruth, 1 for Jimmy. Keely then says, I'd be better at president than Boris. He's clueless. He's also a prime minister, but good try. We have Joe Eden says Ruth. So that's 3 for Ruth, 1 for Jimmy. Diz says Ruth/Boris. So that might just be instructions of what you're supposed to do next.
Yes, please.
Ruth/Boris. Right. JJ says Ruth was impressive. The hair did it for me. Max says gotta have a bit of brother. Jimmy wins. So that's that's 2 for Jimmy, but the rest are all Ruth. I don't know if I'm going to need to count these because I think Ruth may have it, but let's just say. Keeley then says, couldn't tell the difference between Ruth and Boris. I don't know how you feel about that, Ruth.
Oh no!
Ruth has slightly longer hair and looks younger.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm much younger than him, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's the only difference either, but there we are.
Okay, so on that, I can say that Ruth, you have gone through, so well done.
Thank you.
We're going to have Ruth and Alan in the grand finale to decide who is tonight's Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. So we will find out who is tonight's champion. Let's find out who the final characters are going to be. So, let's see who we've got here that would be good for you guys to do. Okay, might need another character or two. Okay, no, we've got a couple of characters. So, Alan, let's see. You'll go first. I would like you to be Inspector Morse ordering a Mackie D's. Inspector Morse ordering a Mackie D's. And here you go.
For those of you who don't know, Inspector Morse was a very slow program. I'll have the 7 across. Lewis, you pay for it.
Well done. Excellent. So, now we will come to Ruth. Let's see if we've got a character for you, and we do. Ruth, I would like you to be Prince Harry wanting his granny to read him a bedtime story. You are Prince Harry wanting his granny to read him a bedtime story.
Good suggestion.
And here, yes, that's from, I believe, Janie on Twitch. So, here you go.
Megan's gone away. So, Granny, you are my grandmother, really, aren't you? Will you please? Yes, I know I've got ginger hair, but please, read me a bedtime story. Well, Granny, where's she gone? Back on the gin again. Come on, Granny. No, you've got to read a bedtime story because you're gone to bed now. You're going to bed now, so it's bedtime, so you read the story. No, I'm not reading the story to you. You're reading the story. Oh, for goodness sake. Megan! She's gone off again. Granny? Oh, Lord. What are we going to do? Granny dies. Well, Mummy and her in heaven together. Oh, it's not a good thought, is it?
And well done there, Ruth. So, audience, who do we vote for then? If you are voting for Ruth as Prince Harry, then put Ruth or Harry. Or if you are voting for Alan as Inspector Morse, then put ... But we will find out who you voted for. So Inspector Morse, Alan. If you are voting for Ruth as the Prince Harry, then put Ruth or Prince Harry. Let's find out. Dave, how would you vote this one?
I had to go into the dark, macabre, sordid tales of the royal family there with Ruth. Little diatribe there. It was great. Yeah, Ruth.
Okay, Danny, how would you vote it?
Again, it's a pretty close one, but I think for the better accuracy, I'm going to give this one to Inspector Morse.
Okay, Sam, how would you vote it?
I actually thought at the very beginning of Alan's one that he was making a reference to the fact he was waiting in a queue for a McDonald's drive-thru at the moment. But then, Ruth took us on this whole journey of not really knowing whether to laugh or cry. So I think I'm going to have to give it to her at that point.
Okay, Jimmy, how would you vote this one?
I have to vote for my grandson.
Oh, Jimmy, you so should have popped up into the scene, actually. That would have been brilliant.
Wonderful.
And Beth, how would you vote it? Morse. Okay. Right, so let's see. We do have several votes coming through. Let's have a look here. First of all, Arjun on Facebook says, loving the bookshelf behind the inspector. That isn't a vote, but we have a bookshelf appreciation here. Erica then says, Alan X. Then Janie puts Ruth, so that's 1 apiece. Andrew says Ruth, so that's 2-1 to
Erica,
Ruth.
just call Alan her ex.
Oh
fuck!
Shit!
Oh, screw this bullshit! I'm gonna have trouble.
I think it was Kiss, actually. Right.
Gone.
Hopefully not a kiss goodbye. But, so, we've got 1 for Alan, 2 for Ruth. Arjun says, playing Boris Johnson and knocking off the Queen all in one night. Guts. Voting Ruth for the grit. So, that's 3 for Ruth. Max says Alan, so it's 3-2. Joe Eden says ... so it's 3 apiece. I like what you did there, Joe. So 3 apiece. JJ says, both good knowledge. Ruth shades it. Don't quite know what that means, but I assume that means that you get the vote there, Ruth. So that's 4-3. Max says, Ruth, you don't look anything like Boris. You're much cuter. Wink. So that's from Max. Is that your dog? This was your dog before, wasn't it? You wrote this yourself. Okay.
There are people called Max as well.
Erica says it's a kiss. So, Ruth, you are currently in the lead. You're currently in the lead, I believe. So it's 4-3. 4-3. Any more votes coming through? Any more votes coming through? I'm just going to vamp for a moment. So I remind the audience again that we have a show again tomorrow at 12 p.m. UK time. It's the Friday matinee show. And then in the afternoon, we'll have a live pro wrestling podcast, which is the Super Kick Mania Pro Wrestling Podcast with those super kicks.
Don't try it again, Sam.
Yeah, go for it. There we go. Okay, and we also have lots of other podcasts, and I'm going to try and make some of them come up next week, because we haven't done them in a couple of weeks. But we've got the Mega Movie Podcast and the Games Monster Podcast. So we've got lots of things, and lots of improv podcasts, believe it or not, for a show called Extreme Improv. No more votes are coming through.
And for those of you who are worried about the state of mine and Erica's relationship, I have just had a word with her. She is leaving me, but she's still going to cook, so I'm happy enough.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we have another vote coming through, which is also for Ruth. So at this point, I can say, Ruth, you have won. You're today's Extreme Improv Extremes champion. Well done there, Ruth.
A roll, Ruth.
Well played, Ruth.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You are on a roll, Ruth. So, let's find out where you can find all of our performers. Ruth, you've got the little belt hovering over you for the next few seconds. I should always time this a little bit better when I do that. Max said, okay, audience, if you want to do any final shout-outs or anything you want to say to any of us or to anyone else out there, put them into the comments and we'll read them at the end of the show. But for now, Sam, where can the people find you?
You can find me in all of these places. Oh, it never quite worked. Black background, does it? Oh, well. You can find me on Facebook, Sam George Performer. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Samuel O. George.
Oh, George.
If that hasn't become abundantly clear throughout the show tonight.
Okay, joining us for the first time tonight was Danny. Oh, George, where can we find you?
At the moment, in very few places. I don't actually have a Twitter or Instagram, but I am part of the Portsmouth Improv Experience, or PI, as we're sort of summarised. There is a Facebook page for that. It's literally Portsmouth Improv. If you want to check them out, if you want to get in touch. We're relatively new though, so bear with us.
We will bear with you. No, you guys seem cool.
Danny, can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Are you anorexic?
Am I anorexic?
Yeah.
No, I'm Anna Kournikova.
No, it's just, I only ask because everybody else has got breakfast cereal behind them and you've got a pack of tissues.
Well, I've been sponsored by someone, and I've got to cry after this show.
Oh, thank God.
Right, okay.
Right, okay. Also joining us for the first time was Jimmy. Where can we find you?
Just whistle and I'll be there. No, I don't have any. Don't have anything, so.
Don't have anything. No worries. Okay.
Good luck.
Alan, where can we find you?
Yeah, by a strange coincidence, I don't have anything either. But there is something in the pipeline.
Ooh.
And if you enjoy these things...
Teddy bears?
Books?
No, not those things. These things. The teddy bears are there. Those two teddy bears are there because they have been very, very bad today. And their punishment is they have to sit and watch my show all the way through. No, if you enjoy books, watch this space. There will be something coming up.
Ooh.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, that is exciting.
You fucking liar.
I could actually add on that, right? So, Erica has put, Alan, don't forget to plug your new show. And I'm assuming it's something to do with books. Since the very end of last year, I've been saying that I was going to have a new podcast, which was the Extreme Improv Book Club. Never done a single episode of it yet. So Alan is filling that space. But one day I might. But
or you could just come and guest on mine.
Yeah, that may work nicely. Okay, Dave, where can the people find you?
Just before I say where people can find me, I just want to say that Sam's interaction with his background there, where he's going in and out of visibility, just reminds me of the old film Hollow Man.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah! Where his eyes go. Yeah.
It's really weird. So on Twitter, you can find me at Degrino. On Instagram, you can find me at David Anthony Green. I don't really use Instagram very often, but you never know. And also on Twitter again at D_Anthony_Green. Yeah, that's it.
I've got a question again.
Go for it.
Yeah, if Sam is the Hollow Man, does that mean I have a bacon number of 1?
Yes, it does.
Get it.
6 degrees. Okay. So, Beth, where can the people find you?
I'm part of Improv Chattanooga here in lovely Chattanooga, Tennessee, with everyone's dear friend Diz, and I'm Miss Bunny Bright on Instagram, and that's it. We have Improv Chattanooga has shows usually every Friday night. We're taking a Friday off this week, but we should be back next week. And you can find Improv Chattanooga on Facebook. It's just Improv Chattanooga.
Excellent. So I'll do my one. So my name is David Postansky, not Georgina, as it said throughout the entire show. And you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram and Twitter at David Postansky, spelt Pustansky. I don't know, but that's how my name is spelt. And last but not least, I will come over to today's Extreme Improv XStreamed champion, Ruth. Where can we find you?
Well, hopefully tomorrow you can find me right here at 12 o'clock. We're doing the matinee. But you can find me at Ruth Curtis Acts on Twitter. That's it, really.
Okay, fantastic. So let's just wrap up once again. So wherever you are watching this, if you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, on Mixer, on Twitter, on Twitch, on D Live, on any of these things, please take a moment, click like, click subscribe. The one that will actually help us most is if you go to YouTube and click the subscribe there, because that's the one where we're trying to grow it most. Facebook is a bit of a tricky one, but it's the one where people can share it most. We're also on TikTok, as Keely wants me to shout out, so I will mention that. Okay, I can't play. Okay, Keely is asking me to play my birthday TikTok. Anyone out there, you'll have to sign up to TikTok and you'll have to subscribe to Extreme Improv on there to see it. Basically, I take a popular song on TikTok at the moment and I sung a birthday song to it about myself. So, on this note, we're going to read out comments from the audience, but you can find any of our social medias at our website, www.extremeimprov.co.uk. Like's already been said a couple of times, we have another show tomorrow at 12 p.m, so please come along. And if you enjoy this show, we always need more people to give suggestions and vote, so click share if you're on Facebook, and give us a subscribe on YouTube. Like I said, let's see what comments we've got to read. So let's see what we've got. Max says, gotta love the podcast. Wrestling at what time? It's usually about 3 p.m. So there we go. There's my TikTok. Dave is showing you all. There you go, guys. Dooby 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 doo. That's as much as I'm doing. Right, I'll do it another time. But what else have we got? Keely responds to Max and says, Max, yeah, we actually like Ruth. The impression was just spot on, though. So, interesting. Joe Eden just says, big up, clapping. Erica says, Alan, don't forget to plug your show, which you already did. Keely says, Ruth's dog is clever. And Keely also says, give Extreme Improv a follow on TikTok. And she says, please play the birthday TikTok. Dave has already done that for you. It will make our night. And she says, need the perfect finale. Then she says, Danny, are you Danny Walter's twin? Do you know Danny Walter?
I didn't up until about 10 seconds ago when I caught sight of Keely's comment and I looked him up. No is the answer, but I will say, out of all the people I've been compared to, that's probably the most attractive one so far. So, thank you.
Okay.
For that, Tyrone from Coronation Street.
Andrew says good night, and Keely says, Alan, why are you in the library? I thought they were all shut.
I'm not. I'm trapped in the back store cupboard of a fucking Oxfam, and no one will come for 10 weeks.
Okay, so, and that is the end of our show, guys. That is the end of our show. So, there you go, guys. Say goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us once again.
Okay. And we are now off the air.
Hey.
Nice. That was good fun. That was good fun, especially with Dave Goldfinger. That's the highlight of my night. Right, I've got to get going, guys. So I'll see who was there tomorrow.
Yeah, nice to see you again, Dave. See you soon.
And you.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy and Danny.
Nice to meet you as well.
You too. Sure.
Cool. Yeah, as I say, you have to whistle, because I don't even have a Facebook. I do. I'll tell you what, I'll send you my address, and you can send me a letter. No, I'm joking.
My owl.
Yeah, I'll pop you my email address, don't worry. All right.
Night all. Pleasure as always, Sam, Dave.